Happy Valentine's Day from all of us here from DeSilvis Media and New Hunter Church of Christ. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today with your family and your friends and your parents. This is a time to reflect. It's a time to love. It's a time for true healing. It's a time for renewal. It's a time for compassion and for understanding. It's a time to put away old malice. It's a time to patch up wounds. It's a time to self-evaluate. And it's a time to rekindle new relationships and also to reopen up old ones as well. It's a time to know that Jesus Christ came, and the author of Valentine's Day truly would be him. You know, even though a lot of people would say it was marketed by business for women, but no. It might be, but it's not about that. It's about really love, and the author and truly and sustainer of love is really God. For God is the true author of all love. And that's something that we all should focus about today on this special day for not just women, but for men too, and children, and think about what we have and that we're thankful and that we love one another in both our families and our church families, and how we are to people in general on this day. And another thing we could do is we could think about making this day a holiday not just about candy and card giving and about hugs and kisses, but also thinking about making this into a patriot, true American icona to tell people about how you feel on the internet, in the towns where you live, about how you don't like the way things are, the way the government's going, and how you can use this as a sounding board to say how you feel about those things too, so we can kind of be victorious in winning America back. It's a campaign that Alex Jones has came up with on InfoWars, and I think it's a good one. I think we should look at our heritage. I think we should re-examine our history. I think we should look at our freedom and look at our rights and see where they are dwindling and see about regaining them back. Like I've always said, if you stop using your freedoms, you will lose them, and we are losing them. So that's why we need to really look at these things, review it, and really take it to the next level, and not just think about Valentine's Day as a day of giving and, of love, but also think about, our history and re-examine our roots and try to, tell people about these injustices that are going on that our government's doing and the laws. There's so much regulation and there's so much oppression on this country, more and more than ever before in the history of humanity, that we need to really reevaluate it so we can get rid of a lot of this and so we can still have freedom in this country. It took a lot of men and women to fight and to die for the freedom that we have. And it's going to take more people to fight and possibly maybe even die some to regain it back. Because that's really the true price of freedom, isn't it? Talking about it's one thing, but actually taking the stand to be a victor in it and say how you really feel and not worry about what the government's going to do, being scared or being in fear. If you're telling the truth about something and you're letting other people know about it, you haven't done nothing wrong. If the government tries to falsely accuse you of something, then you can fight them. And if that means what you don't want to do, but if it's the only need, you might have to sue them. But you'll win. because freedom, according to the Constitution is still on the books. And since we have the right to assemble, we have the right to have freedom of speech, we have the right to say, if it's in what we please, as long as it's in a constructive manner, which this is. It's not about hate wars or hate speeches or how to stir up riots or how to get people up in arms and mad at each other because of race or because of certain things that are said to them in a derogatory way. But it's just saying, like, hey, do you like what's happening? I think we all should just get out here, put aside our differences, whether we're gay, whether we're straight, whether we're whatever, whether we're black or white or green or yellow submarine or whatever we are. We all live in a yellow submarine. We all live in America together. That's really what that metaphor is. And our races and our class and our gender, if we're true Americans, should not matter. And when it comes to stuff like this, we should talk about it openly, freely, and discuss it on social media and anywhere else, even off of social media. Because this stuff is important, folks. Our freedom, it should be about freedom. That's what Valentine's Day should also be about. So think about that, folks. Let's all, get along and let's show our love this Valentine's Day, focusing on our freedoms. Thank you. This is Michael DeSilvis, InfoWars Support, and a report. And please subscribe down below. Use your fingers if you got them. Otherwise, you can use your foot. Subscribe down there and donate if you can. And we'll see you later. Thanks a lot. And take care.